Lesson 19, Equations, Example 1. Solve the following. X equals 3x minus 14. To do this one, we've got to get the x's to one side. Now we could either take this x across that side of this one the other way, but I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides. Just remember, you must do the same thing to both sides of the equation. I'll put it in a different colour. So I'm going to subtract 3x from this side, and I'll subtract 3x from that side. That makes x minus 3x is minus 2x on this side. And obviously this goes out. Now I want to isolate the x, so I need to divide both sides by -2. So I'll divide both sides by -2 here. And that gets rid of the 2's, so I get x is equal to, now -14 divided by -2 is positive 7. So x equals 7. And you can check that. If you put that back in there, you see the left hand side would be 7. 3 times 7 is 21 minus 14 does in fact give you 7. In part 2, we have to solve 2 outside of 2x minus 3 equals 8. There's two ways of doing this. First of all, I'll expand the brackets. By doing that, we get 2 times 2x is 4x, and 2 times minus 3 is minus 6 equals 8. Now what I'll do now, I'll add 6 to both sides. Add 6 to both sides, and that will give me 4x is equal to 14. Now I'm going to divide both sides now by 4. And I'm dividing both sides by 4. We get x equals 7 over 2, or 3.5. Now the other way of doing it is, because we can see that 2 will divide into 8, we could have divided both sides by 2 at the start. And that becomes 2x minus 3 equals 4. And that way you don't have to worry about removing the brackets. But you can, not much point of doing that unless 2 goes in this nice and evenly, otherwise you're going to get a rather ugly looking fraction. So now we can add 3 to both sides, and we get 2x equals 7, and then divide both sides by 2, and we get the same result, x equals 7 over 2. Now here we have one with brackets on both sides. First of all, we'll have a little look at the 3 and the 2, because if that was, say, a 12, well, 3 will go into 12 4 times, and then there's only one set of brackets to remove, but in this case we can't do that, so we have to remove both sets of brackets to begin with. So we'll do that. 3 times 2m is 6m, and 3 times minus 1 is minus 3, and 2 times 4m is 8m, and 2 times 1 is 2. Now I'll subtract 8m from both sides, so it's minus 8m minus 8m, and that gives me minus 2m minus 3 equals 2. Now what I'll do, I'll add the 3 to both sides, add 3 to both sides, and that gives me minus 2m equals 5. And now divide both sides by -2m, -2, and that will give me just m on this side and minus 5 on 2, or if you like, minus 2.5 as your final result.